Welcome back into the Fox Local Live Desk. Got a live look outside. I know we keep looking at South Lake Union, but it is just so warm today. I want to make sure people realize it is going to be hot out there, 86 degrees right now. Joining me right now, Austin Lay. We're going to chat a little bit about the Mariners and the Kraken. A lot of stuff going on in sports right now.
A lot of stuff. You got the Mariners playing in the All-Star Game last night. You got the Kraken making some big announcements this morning, so a lot of Seattle sports things to get to today.
Yeah, absolutely. So first up, let's talk a little bit about the Mariners. Last night, Bryan Woo only needed 8 pitches from the mound to show off. 5 strikes, registering a strikeout as part of a 1-2-3 inning. Not bad. National League was up 2-0 in the 4th, but Cal Raleigh gets the base hit to right field. Not bad for the guy who is leading the league in home runs. Randy Arozarena had a chance to shine. Warning track to left center, just short. And then Andres Munoz came in the bottom of the 8th, earned a strikeout and 1 walk, no hits in 2/3 of an inning of work. But at the end of the day, Austin, this one ended up getting tied up in a peculiar way for them to actually end this game. I didn't even know that this was possible, by the way.
Honestly, same here. I had to look up what is the extra innings rule for the All-Star Game. I know they recently changed it and had no idea we were going to see a swing off until it started.
Hadn't even heard of a swing off before, if I'm being honest, for my part here. But walk me through a little bit. How do you feel about Cal Raleigh out there?
Yeah, Cal Raleigh, I mean, great to see him out there in the All-Star Game, starting for the American League at catcher, hitting in the 4-hole on the game, 1 for 2 at the plate. We saw the ABS challenge system, the automatic ball strike challenge system that we chatted a little bit about yesterday.
Yeah.
We saw Cal Raleigh taking advantage of that. He made a successful challenge to get a ball called a strike after that. Also contributed defensively as well down there at catcher. So nice to see Cal, after winning the home run derby, trying to follow that up with a good All-Star Game performance. I'd say he did pretty well for his standards.
All right, in terms of the guys with the big bat, Randy Arozarena, that one looked like it was going to be a home run. I know we talk about Cal Raleigh's power all the time, but Arozarena really put some muscle behind that ball last night.
Yeah, it's kind of funny. Randy ended up getting more at-bats in this game than Cal Raleigh did, just by the way they rotated through, and then kind of the game went on longer than we expected it almost. Randy going 0 for 3, almost hitting that home run out, but then surprising there at the end, getting the call to perform in the swing off there as the tiebreaker, getting the first AL at bat for that, where basically get 3 swings to hit as many home runs as you can. He hit 1 out in that, and so it was kind of cool to see a Mariner partake in that as well.
Well, as a Mariners fan, I got to imagine you appreciate what you saw from the pitchers. Coming into the season, all anybody could talk about was the starting pitchers. Not all of them have had career years quite yet, but you had 2 guys both pitching in just a 9-inning game, and they both look good.
Yeah, I mean, Bryan Woo coming in and pitching that 3rd inning was fantastic. It was kind of half joking, half not joking when I voted for him as the All-Star Game MVP in my ballot last night. Obviously, some other guys hit home runs that would probably make the difference in the game. But Bryan Woo, what I saw from him was a bona fide ace out there. I mean, this is a guy who's now the future of your organization. He continues to show that throughout the first half of this season, and now here in the All-Star Game, almost having the biggest performance of the night, arguably, for any of the Mariners. And then, of course, Andres Munoz, nice to see him. He made the All-Star Game last year, but didn't get a pitch in it. So this year, giving him the nod there late in the 8th inning was nice to see as well.
Well, let's just talk a little bit, not just about the game itself, but experience-wise. That seems to be a big deal when you're talking about a team that wants to find itself in the playoff come the end of the year.
Yeah, I mean, if you count Julio, you've got 5 All-Stars on this team. That's tied for the 2nd most in team history, only behind the amazing 2001 season where they sent half the team and all their grandparents. It seemed like almost everyone on the team made the All-Star Game that year. But 5 All-Stars, that's something you like to see. And for a team that's had its ups and downs this season, you would only hope that sending that many guys to the All-Star Game, seeing what they did in the game itself, even the night before with Cal Raleigh winning the home run derby, you hope that only gets the momentum going for this team and gets them feeling energetic about the second half of the season. Because while we've seen good things, especially right before the All-Star break from this team, they did have those stretches where you'd like to see a little bit more out of them, and hopefully the second half is more consistently good as this team tries to get back to the postseason.
And just one note from me, I don't think I've ever seen a stat line like I did. No, this isn't Mariners related, but just so our viewers understand, with that swing off, they don't technically put him in the box score as Kyle Schwarber hitting home runs.
Yes.
So he hit simultaneously the most home runs we've ever seen, but technically didn't hit any home runs.
Yeah, I mean, you get, like I said, you get 3 chances, and if you swing and hit the ball 3 times and they're not home runs, you're basically 3 outs and that's it. And that's what we saw one of the American League hitters do. And I texted my buddy right before Schwarber got up. I said, I've got a feeling Kyle Schwarber's going to hit all 3 as home runs in this little swing-off thing. And I predicted that correctly. That guy has a lot of power.
Should have put some money on that one.
Every time you don't bet on it is when it happens.
We're also getting some new details about the Seattle Kraken this year. A big day for them as they release their 2025-26 schedule. Anything that gets you excited about what you see here?
I mean, that October 11th matchup against the Vegas Golden Knights, that's quickly turned into one of the hottest rivalries, I would say, in the NHL. Obviously, the team that beat the Kraken in their very first inaugural game back a couple seasons ago. We've seen Vegas and Seattle as the 2 newest teams in the league kind of take on that identity as the new hot thing around the league, and they're kind of competitive in that way as well. And so playing them on October 11th, of course, you have 2 6-city road trips, including visits to Montreal, Ottawa, Toronto, and more so a lot of chances to get up north into Canada and maybe go on a road trip with the team and see those games. We'll see home games against the Edmonton Oilers and Montreal Canadiens in late October. Both of those teams were in the Stanley Cup playoffs last year, so cool to see those guys come into town. So a lot of important home games, a lot of important road games. Cool to get our first look at the schedule today.
And something a lot of people may note immediately, this is what they're calling a condensed schedule. Walk me through, why is that?
Yeah, I mean, we've got the Olympic Winter Games coming up, so it's a condensed format to allow players to take some time off from their NHL regular season games to prepare and play in the 2026 Winter Olympic Games. I believe, if I'm not mistaken, you see that slight gap in games in February of 2026, a couple weeks off there. And then, you have games spread out a little bit outside of that, but I'm assuming that February is one of those breaks, unless that might be for the All-Star Game for the NHL's mid-season break. But we're also seeing, international tournaments, including Olympics, going on throughout the season. So we'll see a kind of a condensed schedule like that.
All right, exciting stuff to see with that. And then when it comes to the team itself, just kind of an overview for those who may have taken a break from hockey, they are changing some new names on the team this year.
Yeah, adding some depth. You've got Mason Marchment, Ryan Lindgren, Frederick Goudreau, Matt Murray, just to name a few guys coming in. You've got a brand new head coach trying to take this team back to the postseason, similar to the Mariners in a way, as the Mariners got rid of Scott Service and turned to Dan Wilson. The Seattle Kraken turned to their new head coach to try and get back to the playoffs. I think the way that the team is looking at this season, I think if they miss the postseason again, that could be seen as another failure, because it's a new team. They're trying to get fans here in the area to care about them. What you don't want to see is this streak of missing the postseason multiple seasons in a row. That really gets those fans who are energetic about a new team coming into the city, not feeling as energetic as you want them to be. So I think the number one goal is make the postseason, and we'd like to see the new players come in and fill some gaps that we didn't see last year. We'd also like to see the returning players take a step up where needed and get this team back to the postseason. So we need playoff hockey here in Seattle. I mean, I remember when it was here a couple of years ago, it was electric going and watching games around town, even going to the games here. If you had a chance to do that, you will remember that. It was a very amazing time here in Seattle, especially with a brand new team. And playoff hockey in general is just, you can't beat it, really.
Yeah, playoff hockey is a different beast in its entirety. So, the irony, we're talking about the game on the ice while we're also seeing temperatures continue to climb outside. Boy, that is going to be the headline today. It's going to be that weather that we're dealing with. So, coming up, we're going to check back in with meteorologist Alona McCauley. She's going to walk you through what you need to know, as a lot of people are going to be trying to figure out the best way to stay cool today. She'll walk you through the headlines headlines, including when we'll start to see a relief from this heat. Keyword there, start. She'll explain after the break.